Oh, look at that. You hear that? What is that? Somebody's what? I don't know. I feel like it's in the front.
Somebody was saying that one of the reviews, that was the reason why they asked us to hear because the highway was too low. That's not really
Good job.
something that you can control, though. Like, I wouldn't consider that. Like, if you live off the highway, of course it's going to be loud. Tell us something that.
How about you could say no. You could walk in here the first day we took a look at this place. We knew that it was going to be loud. We could have said no if it was a problem.
Yeah, I was like, that it's stupid to even put that as a review because it's off the highway. Like, reviews are supposed to be things that aren't obvious. If you got an apartment and you see it's off the highway, of course it's going to be loud. It's your common sense. You don't have to put that in a review because it's common knowledge. But something that we don't know, like, are the people here friendly? Do they work with you in tough situations? Are there violent people here? Like, you know what I mean? Is it a good neighborhood? Those are things I would want to know. You hear me? You know, somebody put that in one of the reviews on Lofi.
What? Lofi?
Yeah, Lofi Motors.
What, that it was too loud?
No, they put that in their review, in one of their reviews, that they were very helpful in the beginning, but when things get tough 2 years down the road, they're quick to change their mood and treat you with disrespect or some shit like that. Which is funny, because that's exactly what happened to us, you know what I mean? Your Google thingy keeps getting trying to get taken out by me. You guys keep paying for Google, a Google subscription? Hello?
Yeah, for the storage.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that subscription, cancel it, and then redo it so they can charge us for it.
Okay.
Like I did with Amazon, you know what I mean?
With what?
Let's see how much the price is. Let me have the controller. It's right there. I know you said it's outside. I know it's 9. Hold on. See what the price change is. You gotta go here. Gotta close out. Okay. Go here. Go back here. I told you.
I'm trying to make me, but if I.
Okay, that's happy.
Like, if you give me an option to have 3 eyes. I need another chair, right? No.
Oh my god, everybody sat in this chair except for you today.
It's okay.
Now I'm trying to beat my score. 6-7. Sorry. Okay. There. said 9 p.m. today. Mommy, now. Mommy, say. Mommy,
Baby, move your big head.
you pre-ordered this. I can't look at the price. I can't.
Franchise location. This. It's the original. No need to pay for decades.
I just have to unlock the card at midnight.
This is good.
It'll be fine. You can wait 4 hours. I'll stay up with him and watch it. I think he just really wants to watch it.
4 hours.
I'll stay up, I guess.
Sure.
This is the franchise. This. It's the original. No one's been here for decades. Some would have gone home
That's
early.
funny.
Did you answer that?
So this is what it's like being normal.
I think we've come pretty far, considering what we've been through.
How's that be?
Some days she's good, but some days she misses her friends.
This story you're going to fix those animatronics. It's only giving her false hope.
Can any of you hear me? Stop watching the series, please. And then I can resume watching that one watching earlier.
It's my first customer. I know they're proof for him. You know. She got a girl. She and two girls' houses with the cars and some has their own game insurance on every one of them. Look, she can leave the dealership, but we want to tell her she already made the deal herself. She got it. Everyone. She got a real car at the real dealership. She got the car. This is the commercial. Don't need your real dealer.
This is a commercial.
Your parents have given you some amazing gifts. Celebrate the ones you inherited with Ancestry DNA. Explore the detailed family roots,
Circle.
cultures, and traits that shaped who you are today for only $29.
Okay.
It's getting old. It's that time in the morning. Take blood from somebody who might be my dad's brother. It's unbelievable. All of a sudden, I realized why we were estranged from my dad's family. And thanks to talking about my mother, he got negative on my mother. And that's when I decided to shift the
I'm
conversation
gonna do
back.
it now.
I didn't.
It's
You did it?
No.
He didn't want to hear nothing. Didn't want to know nothing. When you say anything about his mother, he's not gonna like you. That's the way my brother Mike is. Oh, I am too. Mike didn't do anything for a long time after that. He just kind of handed it over to me. my life. I was a little girl, waiting for my dad. I was 17 years old when I left the house, and I had to get away from it. My sister left even earlier than me. I often wondered what it would have been like if my dad was still around. Deep down inside, I was the detective. I was the investigator. I was going to find this man, and nothing was going to stop me. I wanted more information. That's when I asked Mike to come to the psychic with me. I consider a medium my telephone call to my mom. I wanted to know if he was able to give us anything more that we didn't know.
She said she called a median.
Fact. Something. Evidence.
So after the Eagle thing, my sister asked me if I'd like to come to the psychic with her. I said, yeah, but I don't know. Stay in trouble.
Yeah, but no.
See psychics and look at the psychics. Okay, it wasn't a popular thing to us. No, they're psychics. I thought she was wasting her money when she went to the psychics. I'm not supposed to like because I'm a Christian.
I don't really like the word psychics because they could be anybody. They're more scammers than anything. I'd rather talk to a medium.
Oh my
That
God.
is interesting. I don't personally believe
How does that make it different? Medians are real, psychics are not.
Played with him and said, please go. I have to admit that psychics are tricky, and Gene was, passionate. So I said, sure, I'll go to psychic.
And then that's when we went to Reverend Isle.
I was expecting nothing. She did a full hour, and we thought we were going to talk to my mom. And she didn't come through she was being stubborn. So, but there was a lot of discussion about Gene's daughter having a kid, blah, 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 the whole hour. And I said to myself, this is all crap, this is a bunch of crap. So the lady looks at me and goes, did you like the reading? And I go, no. She goes, why? Because I just want to know where my dad is. And she goes, oh. When it comes to the M word, you don't say anything until you give me the permission to do it. I said, what's the M word? She goes, murder. Wow. I go, okay, now you got my attention. She said, I'll give you another hour for free. I said, so where is he? And she said, he is in the basement.
The medium.
She goes, down to the left.
But first, they went to the medium because they were in denial of what that guy said.
I went,
The brother of the dad.
I didn't know what she meant by the target, but Mike understood what she was talking about.
I realized when I was 4 years old, there was a gun range in the basement. There was a target for shooting bullets down there, pellets. The target was on the wall. It was taken out of there when I was very young. So she did something that was 55, 60 years ago that nobody knew about, and that was impressive.
Oh, shit is going off on the internet.
Now, of course, I asked she who did it. And she said,
Oh, Richard did it. The medium knows. Gonna do the thing. I would just employ most of law enforcement just to be mediums. if that's the case. Can I see the pin?
You don't know that. I mean, if you see what Stevie King's book about dairy, you don't know what the fucking military and police departments are doing in that book. You gotta come up with the stories for someone.
Drive-time makes it easy to buy a car. Yeah, already approved. That's easy. Yeah, and you can even customize your own terms on every car. Oh, there's a little slider thing. I can change my down payment. Yeah, and we have thousands of cars under 15 grand. I've never had this kind of power. Lowest down option. Low monthly payment option. Welcome to Car Buyer Made Easy. This is the commercial. Go get your real deal at drivetime.com.
Strawberries.
Victor, why are you still living with odors? Get back in there and freshen instantly with Febreze Air Mist. That's right. Febreze is fine best floats on
Daddy, I want some Dr. Pepper, please.
leftover fried fish bun.
Daddy!
Okay. Let's go.
Gaming teen odors. Instant fresh.
Server's still there.
Spray Febreze Air Mist to keep everyone smelling fresh and clean.
What do you want, Dr. Pepper?
That's fine.
Tuesday at night, I received a call from Mike. And he said I was sitting down and he recounted the whole session. It was incredible what she said. She named things, describes things that I knew true. I mean, it's true because things in my nature, not dealing with stuff I can't see and touch, And yeah, I was worried about Richie because I didn't even see I go there. I was in his I have Gene, Steve, and Michael. I feel like that Daryl sometimes. I'm not a Carol. I don't feel like I'm part of Carol so much. They don't want to tell me anything, so I find out things much later. We saw Richie differently. The only thing is that he does carry on his defense about his father. He thinks back to the psychic and saying, the psychic said our father's murder. And it was by Richard. I'm a Richard Jr. I have Richard Senior's my father. So they're insinuating right there that my father has murdered their father. Now my four siblings think that my father did that. That's hard. That's a big, banana to take on at that point. Is it possible? Sure. Is it likely? Probably not. Richie and Steve, they believe in mediums. They just felt that they were frauds, scams. You're gonna believe that? I remember and think that you'll understand. Because I was old.
Remember last. There.
Before my father went missing, I would say around 7, 8 years old. I remember getting up one morning, getting dressed to go to school, and I saw this man sleeping on the couch in the living room. I didn't know who he was.
I still need to
And
finish the
the
roof
next day,
on
it
the
was told
house.
to me that his name was Richard
You
Jones.
could,
He had just gotten out of
if you want, you could go fishing. Since we're not going to go to the end world,
I'll give you
we can start fishing for
some,
books.
you know,
Did you hear me?
you know, on your own.
I never knew my father and George Carroll knew each other until much later in life. I'm in my 20s, and I told him, I said, when were you going to tell me this? And he told me the whole story. The version I've heard is that my father, he was a teenager, and for whatever reason, he stole some equipment, ham radio equipment, you know, from the federal government. Stupid little. He went to prison for a year. Does his time. I was told that his parents were embarrassed. You can't live with us anymore. So he went to a bar with that, with all his woes, and he's sitting at the bar talking to a guy, saying, hey, they need a place to stay. And that guy he was talking to said, hey, I'm doing construction on my house. If you help me build the house, you can sleep on the couch. That person he was talking to was George Carroll.
They were working on putting another extension, a dormer, onto the house.
He's in the house, he's living in the house, working at the house, when my fellow disappeared.
She no longer like my mom. Starts talking to him. He starts talking to her. And somehow something blossomed.
You don't know the order of operations. Did they have an affair? There's no facts there.
Maybe she fell out of love with my father, fell in love with Darius. You know, it kind of makes sense. You know, Darius was there. He was the common denominator.
Just the fact that my father was there working in the house and sleeping on the couch does not mean he has anything to do with George going missing.
It's a box of photos from my dad. He's a photographer for the county newspaper.
I love my father.
I learned a lot from him.
This is me and my mom. It says I'm 3 months old here. It's a wild picture.
Can you give me the pen?
The summer vacation cabin we just got to.
No.
A lot of good times with my family, my father, my mother.
Maybe I took it to the kitchen.
When I look at this picture, it takes me to a dark time.
Stop it, Polly! Yes. Thank you.
I actually feel disturbance inside me. I feel that was like, it was disturbance. I could see it on their face.
I said to Jean, I said, she's going crazy. That's when I made the decision to start doing it. I didn't do it for the family. I didn't do it for me. I did it for Jean. I said, I'm going to go find this. I'm going to be.
These stitches just aren't getting removed.
The problem isn't even shooting. It's likely your detergent. Really? I recommend switching to Cascade Finance Plus. These pods dissolve completely everything more sulfate, scrubbing, and rinsing action. Plus, restarting power to dawn, breaking down 100% of milk stuck on foods.
That's impressive.
And it works so well, it even keeps your filter clean. Cascade, we're really recommended safe with pipes.
Today, get into the world full of risks. I present to you
the world's most protected business.
Creed, we have AT&T Dynamic Defense.
It prevents malicious threats. How are people supposed to get in? There's no door. Somebody say more. I'm asking.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can guess, but guess. Explore the beautiful. Or live like a hotel room. Unplug for the day. Or plunge into a long weekend at Holiday Inn. Take on Miami, Mexico City, Minneapolis. Any Holiday Inn Express destination. Choose from 20 IHG hotel brands and earn points for free nights with IHG One Rewards.
People at my job, they looked at me like you're crazy. My family, you're crazy. The only person that was good to me was Gene. Just about everything I do in my life has always been questioned. And you know what the bottom line is? I always win. I started digging and sifting the dirt into a garbage can and looking for bones on a screen to see if there was anything like a bone. All I had to do was find one bone, and that job was over. I was digging for like a year and a half. Nobody else helped. Nobody else wanted to help. I couldn't give up.
It's 6 foot in the basement.
It's actually starting to cut through the foundation. The house was going to cave in. Oh my God. You gotta stop doing this, Mike. You're gonna wreck your house. I had to stop. I didn't find anything, and it was very disappointing to me. I really wanted to find something. I felt bad for my dad because he spent a lot of time talking about it, and he didn't find what he was looking for. And I think it kind of took a little bit of a toll on him. I think he started to become a little bit, I guess, like depressed.
Look, little baby.
Are you gonna go fishing?
I'm gonna need more fish for these
On top of
cats.
it, me and my brother, we went away to
Are you
college,
supposed
so
to feed them?
Yeah, we gotta. Well,
I feel
no,
like
if you
in
want
a
more.
way,
This little baby's
he
gonna
kind
need
of
some
felt a little
fish.
abandoned by us. My dad gradually started to just stop caring.
There's a lot of cats in the house right now.
Doesn't be a leak, he doesn't care. It's just
You said we need cats for creepers.
I
Look,
just said that, neighbor.
no, you said that last time I was playing. You said make cats. So I started making cats.
about potentially moving.
Let's see if I can get
He
a
told me that he
fish
will
real
never
quick.
leave that house unless he found if his dad was in that basement. And deep down inside, I had a mission. I wasn't going to leave here until I tried.
Alright, come on.
If I was going to get my dad to move out of that house, I knew that I was going to have to dig. The problem was, we didn't know where to dig.
That's part of the documentary, how much he could lift.
I started
Sorry.
Googling
He was
ground
fine.
penetrating radar companies. Ground penetrating radar is usually used in commercial applications to find electrical and plumbing pipes underneath the ground. So I thought if it could pick up those kind of things, maybe it could pick up a body. The real hot tool is my dad's basement. So full of stuff. Dumbbells, barbells, weightlifting equipment. All of that stuff had to come all the way out of his basement to be able to use the radar.
All my nieces and nephews were there, handing stuff from the basement to the yard.
It took the whole day. I was so happy because I knew now we're going to get going.
Yeah.
What?
The radar team is 2 men.
Is an Enderman?
Took them several hours.
I was kind of expecting it to just be nothing, and it's like, okay, there's nothing under the floor. Like now we gotta move on from this.
Eventually, they called us down to the basement. Walk down the stairs, you see a big square. It's like a 5 by 5 foot square.
There was a disturbance in the ground. The perfect size for there to be a body under there.
Oh my God, they have something. There's an anomaly here, and this could all be true.
All that was left to do now was to do the digging. But then I had a stroke.
That's jeez.
I'm used to seeing my dad as being a strong guy. He was a little bit messed up. He couldn't really walk good.
I realized I couldn't dig anymore, so I just felt that the job was done. I realized that we're probably never going to find me back. But then I had to talk with the boys, and they said that, well, then don't worry about it, we'll do it.
You know, he's my dad. I love him, and I
Aw,
would do
babe.
anything for my
That's not
dad.
because you're
So
gonna see you.
of course, I'm gonna try to help him.
I
Good
told him
hero.
many times he was my hero growing up, in a lot of ways. I have to tell you, I'm blessed in so many ways. I think my stroke told my kids, like, you know, you're gonna lose your dad. You might want to tell them now how important he was in your life. And I think that's what they did by stepping up and promising me to dig, promised me to find my dad, promised me I was going to be okay, promised me they were going to be there. That's like a gift a lot of people don't get in their lifetime. I'm very grateful for that.
I just went down there with a hammer, and I found like a little like chisel type thing, and I just started chipping it away.
Well, you know it, they were digging like twice a week, 3 times a week, till 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, wow. They were doing it.
Fucking under the house that's about to cave in?
My brother did a lot of the heavy lifting. He's a muscle man.
Mike kind of takes a back seat a little bit with the physical stuff. It's almost a flash. I feel like I'm gonna go down with you.
I did help with the digging, of course, but my role was more the documentary. It's like this seems creepy. I thought if we do find something, the police need to see this.
Okay.
Here's how to start. We were digging for months. They said it was 6 feet down. We dug 8 feet. We dug way more past, and there was nothing.
We found a wrench at one point, but it was just scrap pieces of metal. But in the process of digging, there was a cinder block wall that got exposed right on the edge of the chalked out area of the radar.
My son came up and said, "There's a wall on the ground." I'm like, what's a wall doing under the ground? I said, you need to go break that wall.
I just broke through sideways and I saw a cavity.
And I said, that's not right. It's a bolt.
don't want to ask things so right away I thought that was suspicious, and also the dirt was like, it was like a wet dirt. It was a lot different than like the sandy dirt outside. I felt like I was onto something, and I felt like I was very close.
And then the house collapsed.
For real.
I couldn't sleep that whole night. The next day, it was the day before Halloween.
Got a book.
Noise.
I was
Ooh,
sitting there
that's
by
nice for some
myself.
armor.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
All of a sudden, I came across
I mean, for a
this,
sword.
like, very
It's a big hole in the house.
decomposed type of fabric.
Where?
And started pulling it and just,
Oh yeah, I forgot to
Ripping,
cover in the roof.
like
I told
threads.
you I wasn't done with the
it
roof.
was just basically tearing apart as soon as I touched it. The first
Go
thing I
run
thought
through all
was,
these
this has to be
cats.
some sort of thing.
Where's the
Some kind
baby?
of what? Good clothing?
All of a sudden, I hit something with a shovel. Right where that fabric was, I was just hitting something hard. And I just stopped right there. Like, yeah, that's him.
Look at the baby. Little baby.
What a sad commercial to watch during the holidays.
What is it?
She gets evicted from her house. And she's asleep in the car with her kids.
Oh, you're big now. Salvation Army. $25 a month. Supports them. Oh man, I wasn't trying to make another cat. Come here. Let's make you one of these. Come here. I gotta let him sit up. There you go. Oh man, I wanted one of those little Siamese ones.
Stop making cats.
You said.
Yes, outside. They're all inside.
Look at the little kitty. Come here. Bro. Come here.
Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur.
Alright, we're just gonna make you big. And then no more cats for a little while.
Face, lips, tongue,
Oh,
or
shit.
arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore
Could use some
throat,
sheep.
common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
It's not drawing.
Keep going.
It's all the same size.
You need one more? One more? Bro, how much you... Oh my god.
You know, prisons, right?
You got green eyes.
Toothpicks, right? I mean, I never seen
All
people
those
that
bugs
freaked
are
out.
green.
And I'm out of fish.
I told him, you need to come down here right now.
He's
I said,
super
I'm
awesome.
coming down.
Wait, I have other fish.
I get down there and I'm standing at the hole looking at it. I said, I can't see.
Come on, bro.
And
Get
then I
big.
got down on my knee and I crawled to the tongue. He's a healthcare professional, so he knows the body. And he's like, that's not wrong. And I'm like,
There we go.
yeah, it is. I mean, what else could it be? Chris, can you come down here again and just dig your hands and help me? And he did that. He just sat there for a minute, and he took like a deep sigh. And then I realized, like, this is like a human bone. I put my hand right on the different bone. Dad, you guys? You guys, Dad, you guys.
That's sad. All those years later.
And he just started crying. He hugged us, he thanked us, and he said he always believed that this was the case, and finally it's proven true. It's good.
See that?
Go fishing and get us some more.
Well, I was, but I need to, like,
You know what?
I got too much stuff.
Yeah, all those bugs in there.
I was digging earlier, something.
I couldn't contain myself. I was hysterical.
Hysterical.
I thought it was a freaking miracle. It was just a miracle. You know, with all of the discussions and the stories and the rumors and the theories and all that stuff that we talked about for years. And here we are looking at my father's remains. I was on a business trip and I'm in Chicago. I got the call from Christopher. That was probably the most emotional day of my life. If the body turns down, you start reflecting on your entire life a little bit. Not just the who did it, was it my father, was it my mother, or anything like that. It was, oh my God, my siblings, what did they just endure in their entire lives? But I said, I have to get to them. I have to be there for them.
Do you know if you feel the tax bone? And I'm 99% sure. I touched it and I can feel bone.
Mommy, Mommy,
Yes, I told you. We thought it was suspicious that this thing was not ready. What's behind the wall? I wasn't being
come on, yes, Mommy.
you know, this is way beyond just finding the bones. I know. This is a story that we've been talking about for shots. Shots. This is not the way that I had pictured it. And it's important that this stays in this room. Well, we need to call a company now. I think it's 12 o'clock. We all decided tomorrow.
I just keep looking on the camera. Dumbass. What the fuck does that mean?
And besides, she wanted everybody to meet again.
Mommy, yes, this is
I was home
Sarah.
by
Take her on my arm.
at my house. In the home.
Sarah?
Baby, go.
Okay, go.
They don't respond. They report the body. Nobody responds. What's going on? Why? The day we reported it was Halloween 2018, October 31st. They find a skeleton in the basement? Yeah, right. There's no way we're going to waste our time. We're getting prank calls all over the place for bodies. So they didn't show up. And then finally, you get a couple of Keystone cops with their coffees walking in. Hey, come on down to the basement. Yeah, we'll come in the basement. And then, like, their drawers and this. They call these. Oh, shit. We got one.
They called their superior called this superior. Before you know it, the archaeologist was there, the forensics team was here.
Find out it's a goddamn turkey leg.
Oh, here, get up your chair. No, they
It
don't.
was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Every street was blocked off. There were hundreds of cop cars. It was crazy.
I remember going outside. I look it up, and then I'm like, I can't believe this. I look down,
You don't need it on
and
that.
it's set for T-Rex,
You're not
Mario,
bad.
and Luigi in the crime scene. In the tree.
That's
It was
what
just, everything was so surreal. They brought this giant crime lab, and they had all these people in hazmat suits. I didn't know about that. I'm a figure. I didn't kill him. I was 1.5 years old. I didn't do it. They don't know if this is a fresh death or a 60-year-old death at that point, so they're putting everything on it. There was a lot of press. They were trying to get interviews. They were trying to talk to me.
The investigation is expected to continue through the night.
I don't know who called them, but boy, did they come like rats. Little roaches running with their microphones and headphones and shit.
The press is everywhere. They're trying to find out who the bad guy is. From every camera crew, microphones everywhere.
The family and is there tonight with more. Now the family may have literally unearthed the answer to a mystery.
There was no record of a death investigation at that
Daughters
time.
and 2 sons, the oldest was 9.
Mystery is unfolding on looks to be apparently a murder.
I mean, the pen and the drink.
Now was one of the questions you would hear all the time. Who killed your father? Who put him in that hole? They don't care who they hurt or what it's doing to the family inside, our siblings, the Carrolls, the Darrises. They just want the story. They want the fight. They want the villain. And for the my siblings, the bad guy in the story is Richard Harris.
he said, beaming around at them. Ron pulled out his own wallet. From spooning out of the troll's hands. There was a blinding flash of red light.
Harry Potter, the Fullcast audio editions. Listen on Audible.
How far will happiness take you? La Via Belle. Happy holidays, and go.
And Macy's, the fragrance destination.
I like that song.
Has come along.
My lonely days.
When we found my dad, you know, he was kind of like me answering one question. We kind of 100,000 questions.
Are you the princess?
They were able to determine the cause of death, which was blunt force trauma to the head. That was the biggest one. And then never heard from them again after that.
Got a book.
It seemed like the police decided it was so old that it's not really worth pursuing.
That's lunch.
We're
Oh,
here
no.
to honor George Anthony Hill, missing for 56
You're getting
years.
more diamonds.
60.
And you keep inventory, right? Now you just need a book of brandy and you can go there and fucking start getting armor shit. I'll do it after this, I'll help you out.
You know, here's my father being murdered, and his father possibly being,
You keep
you
calling
know,
me.
a murderer.
Is it?
Mhm.
Oh, you're my princess.
I've heard over and over again from my siblings that we know.
How far would you dig for me, Julian?
With the fact that he was very poor to
Yeah,
them,
they're really trying to keep that shit hidden.
it's
They're
a
dug
very,
8 feet.
I mean, a very easy target to, you know, put this murder on him. There's been a lot of protecting of Richie for a long time. But when we look at the basement and we have any kind of theory about, you know, what happened, it all points to Darius.
That was a well. A water pump. He filled in the well. I was already there. He was storing the hose and he fell stored it.
You got burgers, Mama?
Where was the blanket? Small blanket parts.
There was a rectangular opening in the basement floor where the water pump was, and every house back then had a water pump. They didn't have city water. And that's where he was. That's where we found him. Darius was in the house. He was intimate with pouring cement. The opening to the floor was there already. The dirt was there. The concrete, the mixer was right there. It was so easy. Everything points to him. We may never find out what happened, if he was murdered, whatever. This could have been an accident. Like, did he trip in the hole, hit his head on the cement, and now he's, you know, I'm just, it's other possibilities. But when I talk to my siblings, we have to look at all the different stories.
Moved the remains and are now trying to determine the cause
Stephen
of death.
Terrell was just 5 when his dad George went missing.
There was a box of bones in the cooler last week or something.
I know this is very sensitive and very hard for you.
Like just bones, like old bones.
Really?
I for my siblings. They wanted-
I recorded a video to show you, but then I deleted it because I thought it was weird.
who they believe that did it, but they don't want to
Is it
hurt
weird?
me and my family.
The other half of the mystery
No, you-
Is it in your
buried him in the
deleted?
family
Probably.
basement. The brothers won't publicly speculate, but they say they have theories and hint at domestic discord.
There was a lot of talk about trying not to use the Darius name. I think at one point they said, we're not going to talk to the media. But how do you not talk to the media? You know, when they're lined up out the door. They're not going away. You got to say something.
You have no idea who may have done this.
I do.
What time is it?
Mike Carroll wouldn't elaborate on that. He would
Because
only say that the last person.
I wanted to get, I should have got Skywalker some lozenges when I was at
3
HEB.
months ago.
Some cough drops. They sell kids
My
cough
brother
drops.
Steve, I believe, came to me and said, I want to go talk to your father. I'm like, it is not a
Hey, you
bad
didn't
idea.
get tired.
So then we made arrangements to
Okay, you know, okay.
So I got there and we come right back home.
Yes, it didn't make me tired.
I called
And you can take it
Sunday
at 7
night
in
and
the morning. Or 6.
we lost
6
each other.
would probably be the best time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that would have had this intimate secret, if there was one to be told, and they both passed on. But what if there's another story there? I've heard stories about George Carroll. He wasn't, the best husband. I've heard the term heavy hands.
There were comments by my mother early on that my father was abusive.
I want to believe that it was post-traumatic stress from Korea.
When he came back from Korea, he was rough with her.
I know my mother had scars and stuff like that. Just recently, Steve said he did reach out to my other brother, my uncle. I said, what do you think happened? And he said, word for word, I have no doubt that my brother was involved. But I do believe that he was defending your mother. So, paint this picture. Mom is getting physically abused to no end by your father, George. And my father's working on the house, and he walks into the room, and she is getting beaten up. And my father has to get involved to save Mom. So maybe my father becomes my mother's hero and saves her from getting beaten up by George Carroll. Is that possible? Sure it is. Is it likely? Maybe.
My mother was a good woman. I'm not going to try to make more out of it. And on the other hand, I know how and what kind of evil man Mr. Darris was. To be honest with you, I never really felt my mother knew anything about it. I thought it was all him. I thought it was Mr. Darris.
Human nature is, you're not gonna point it at Mom. You're gonna point it at the bad guy. But how does my mother not know about this? With everything that we know today, her not following the missing person report, her not showing her kids to the grandparents and keeping them apart, and the Eagles and everybody involved, she had to know. But she happened to be involved with any of this. She had a reason.
With AT&T Business, I can stay connected when I'm out and about, so I never miss a beat.
Like, you understand why that guy's being kind of defensive, right? He sounds like he's being defensive.
Got a book.
Huh?
Got a book.
Oh, what is it? Oh, okay. You know what it is, though, right?
What?
Why he's being so defensive?
Who?
That guy in the movie.
He's just looking at all the angles?
No, because the guy that they're blaming for the father's death, George Carroll,
Mm-hmm.
they're blaming his death on that man's father. Because that man has a different father from their specifics.
Mm-hmm.
But it's true, like, at the beginning they said that when George Carroll came back, he was abusive towards his wife. Maybe that is a possibility. Maybe that guy saw him being like that. I don't know. I hate unsolved mysteries.
Sweet.
But what I think is weird is if it was the mom, or it was the future husband, whoever it was, I think it's so weird that they would have those little get-togethers down in the basement, those little skit nights. It's weird because it's mother was involved, she would have known he was buried there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like literally,
Well, it's a skit night.
where they did like charades and stuff like that. They come up with a skit.
I swear to God, I was looking down and I see the look of these up in my life. This is destination.
I think the truth matters. I'm not content with just, okay, we found it. Now, we don't know 100% what happened. Let's just move on.
Yeah, fix up the house and people are gonna live there.
So I kind of felt the need to start looking for myself and finding certain things the police might have missed. Around that time, my Aunt Pat was diagnosed with cancer. At that point, she really was kind of estranged to the family, but she decided she wanted to tell her story, and she wanted to tell it to me.
My sister was a very, very complicated girl. She was more of a wild child.
It sounds like, yeah, right?
Just made decisions early on in life that were just different than what we would have done.
She's considered the black sheep. She was on her own path.
I ran away when she was 15. She literally ran away. And the guy she was staying with was 25. So you got a lot going on here that's wrong.
That's crazy.